Hello, my name is Josh Hubert, and today I'll be administering the Astrand submaximal steady-state cycle test to our subject Meg Cates here. We've already taken her vitals, and we found that she has a resting heart rate of 51 beats per minute, which is in between the 50 and 120 that indicates a green light for exercise. Her resting blood pressure was 102/64, the systolic being below or in between 100 and 200, and also the diastolic being below 100. Another green light for exercise. Based on our cardiovascular risk stratification, we found that she has no risk factors, placing her at low risk for cardiovascular disease. Another green light for exercise without supervision. Meg's exercise history, she takes part in aerobic exercise for 30 minutes, about 4 days a week at a vigorous intensity, so she's a pretty trained individual. The bike has already been adjusted. In standing, the seat came up to the greater trochanter of her femur. Once seated on the bike, her knees were flexed about 5 to 10 degrees. As you can see, we've begun a warm-up at a low workload of 25 watts, and I've told her to keep a cadence of about 50 to 60 revolutions per minute, and we're going to continue this warm-up for 2 to 3 minutes. And once we hit that time, we're going to increase the workload based on the ACSM's recommendation for a conditioned female, and we're going to increase it to about 100 watts, because I think she's on the higher end of that 75 to 100 range, being a more trained individual. So what we're going to do, Meg, once we start the test, I'm going to take your heart rate, blood pressure at about 2 to 3 minutes in. Make sure you're in your submax range, which we have calculated to be 115 to 163 beats per minute. Then I'm going to take your heart rate, blood pressure, heart rate, again at minutes 5 and 6. And if those heart rates taken at minutes 5 and 6 are within 5 beats of each other, that means you've achieved a steady state. And then we can terminate the test and get a little easy cool down and wrap this test up, okay? Sound good? Okay. So we got about another 20 seconds before I increase the workload. In that time, we're just gonna hang out. Feeling all right? Warm up feeling good? You feel loose? No red flags? Good. Okay, let's take feeling up. Good day at school?
I had a really good day at school. Got a test going on. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, what's the subject?
Anatomy.
Yeah? What's that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Did you learn anything new today about anatomy?
There's so many new things about anatomy today.
Really?
Face muscles, nerves, arteries.
Wow. That's impressive. He's doing really well. Doesn't look to be too strained. Good vibes. Okay, so we're coming up on about 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take that heart rate. See if we're in the submax range. Have you turn your arm over for me? Okay, so we're right about at 117 beats per minute, meaning we are in our submax range. Okay to go on with the test. We don't have to start over or anything. Meg, what would you say that your rate of perceived exertion is based on this scale here of how hard it is to bike like this?
I think I'm at about 11.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and take a blood pressure, make sure we're having a good response. Just rest up there like so. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, heart rate was about 123 over 70. Systolics raised a little bit. Nothing crazy, nothing worth worrying about. Diastolics remained about the same. Jot those numbers down. Now we're waiting for minute 5. Take that heart rate again. Only about 20 more seconds for that second heart rate. Let's go ahead and start it. Thank you. The heart rate's right about 124. We'll go ahead and take another blood pressure. How's your rate of perceived exertion doing, Meg? Feeling okay?
Probably about a 12 now.
Up to a 12. That's good. Right in line with our estimation of heart rate. The heart rate was pretty similar, about 127 over 72. Take one more heart rate. We're right about at minute 6. Make sure we're at steady state. Okay, heart rate's about 126, only 3 beats away from the last one, meaning that it's okay for us to terminate the test. So I'm going to reduce the workload, and we're going to cool down for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to take another set of vitals, make sure her cool down response is normal. But for our purposes, the video is done. And we can calculate her VO2 and maybe make an exercise testing prescription based on the calculations.